John Cage, John Cage, tell her no, I already did these, Sylvia Plath, uh-oh. Hey, you heard it? Figuring this stuff out, figuring it out. Alright, this is cool. Read the scene with gravity. Clean floor, see the read. Okay, so, oh, excuse me. Back to this. Stopped twice for a bite to eat and once for gas. Got to Johnson's at 11 p.m. Weather good, except for rain for the last 100 miles. Myron is a truck driver, but he was home a day early. Had chicken noodle soup and talked until 1 p.m. Motorhome cozy and I can't read this. A little dark. And with wow. Woo! Do this. Let's see if we can get something down there. Nope. Need a little more light. It looks like it says. Well, I guess we're gonna have to either abandon the project, find some glasses, or keep trying to find out what this says. Need a little more light. Maybe if I get some more light in here, not much. Well, I guess we'll come back to this in a bit. Okay, let's stop this. Hello? No? Hello? Wow, so what was that? Seriously? 2/12/93. Today we had a wonderful visit with my cousins. She and I grew up together and we are like sisters. She's a wonderful cook, too. So we had 3 delicious meals. Tonight we watched the music, song to remember, movie, Song to Remember, about Frederick Schubert. This morning, after a restful night, we awoke to a covering of snow. 2/13/93 snowed all day and all day light snow. 2 inches, beautiful. We stayed in house all day, watched a movie, Dances with Wolves. Bill had never seen it. I enjoyed it the second time. Theo really feeding us. Stew for lunch and spaghetti and meatballs for dinner. Looked at photo albums, old and new tonight. Myron has to head out in the morning with his tractor trailer. Doesn't know how he will get down steep hill to highway. We may be stuck up here a few days. 20 degrees all day. Brr. Brr. More snow today. Not much accumulation, but roads were slippery. Myron took truck down back way. He left around 7 a.m. Warmed up to 30 degrees, but 20 degrees again tonight. We had another quiet day, eating, resting, reading, and watching TV. I called Rock. He seemed fine, said they had a little snow. Tonight we watched first installment of Alex Haley's movie Queen to bed at 11 p.m. Doer trucks to Theo's bird. Deer tracks to Theo's bird seed. So they were near house. She has so many birds. We love to watch them. Nuthatches, cardinals, titmice, red-bellied woodpecker, hairy woodpecker, downy, chickadees, doves, and of course, finches. 2/15/93. President's Day. Theo and I went to St. Clairsville Mall so she could get a wedding present. A neighbor is getting married. Saturday. She did her laundry at the laundromat. We made meals and watched TV and talked. Tonight, watched President's speech, which was only 10 minutes long. He didn't say anything new. Weather report, not good. Don't know when we will be out of here. Started snowing at 9:20 p.m. Watched movie Darkness be Darkness Reform the Dawn, I think, or Drawn. What? Not sure. A story about a true story. I think it says true. D-R-U-E. True story about heroin addicts. Happy ending. At least. Darkness Before the Dawn. Happy ending. 2/16/93. Had another inch or two of snow last night. Very cold. Started to rain this morning and rained off and on most of the day. Bill shoveled paths and fed birds for Theo. She finished making a beautiful wedding ring wreath out of cloth squares. Peach. Peach rosebuds and crystal beads. They will put a peach candle in center. About 3 p.m., we straightened up motorhome and drove down to Barnesville to get some propane. Expensive, but good to have. Another delicious supper. Theo made chocolate chip cookies. Watched second episode of Queen tonight. There is another storm on its way to get here Friday. Bill thinks we should wait until it passes by. Golly, will we ever get out of here? Oh, no, that wasn't there. Snow off and on all day. Thank goodness it's light flakes and doesn't accumulate too much. Stayed in all day, watched President Clinton's State of the Union speech. 12 degrees and stars out when we walked to motorhome at 10:30. Beautiful. 2/18/93. 2 degrees when we got up. Brr. We had a nice breakfast with Theo. Bill burned her trash and got the motorhome ready to leave. We left at 10:15 a.m. Went west on to Columbus. 70 south on 71 to Cincinnati and on down to Louisville, Kentucky. Missed our turn and went about 80 miles out of our way. Arrived at Kentucky Diamond Caverns Campground at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Time changed just before we got here. The weather was clear and sunny all the way down. Snow in fields and along roads. None on roads. Just before we got here, snow disappeared. We have no water. Hope we've hope we're out and not frozen up. I washed dishes with our drinking water. Nothing like roughing it. Okay, should we keep going? I don't know. Alright, let's see if we can get through a little bit more. We got up at 7:30 and we're on the road to 1993 by 9 a.m. Cloudy but cold day. Little warmer than yesterday. We traveled routes 65 and 40 through Tennessee and into Arkansas. Grass starting to turn a little green in southern Tennessee. Arkansas in this area is very wet. Large fields and very marshy. We stopped in Forest City for propane. Everyone very friendly and helpful. Stopped for the night at Heritage Inn. Behind the motel, they have RV hookups. Stopped at 6 p.m., had supper and showers. Nice, warm shower room. Started to rain a little when we got here. We will be so glad to get out of the cold weather. Bill discussed our tank is discovered. Bill discovered our tank is empty of water and not frozen. Saturday, 2/20/93. We left. No. We left camp site at 9:30 after Bill dumped. I took a shower and we had breakfast. We were up at 7 o'clock, but it took us all that time to get going. We traveled through Arkansas into Texas, foggy through Arkansas, some green grass in Arkansas. Lots of pine trees along the way. Route 30 was very rough. When we got into Texas, saw lots of yellow daffodils. Also got warm, 70 degrees. Sure feels good. Headed for Clear Spring Campground at Quitman. Long drive from highway. Bill goofed when he got gas. He forgot to put cap back on. Realized it half mile down the road. We returned, but cap was gone already. Stopped at Chevy dealer, which was closed. Man, they're talking to two prospective car buyers. He said he was supposed to have gone home, but got tied up with buyers. Anyway, he saw our dilemma and took a cap off a truck and gave it to us. What nice man. What a nice man. We arrived in campground at 5 o'clock. Nice place. 2 small lakes and lots of trees. Make macaroni and cheese. Made macaroni and cheese with tuna in it for supper. Tasted good. We were both hungry. Wrote letter and put cards. Watched TV. one channel here. The 5-inch set we have is working nicely for us. Easier to handle than other one we have. We're sitting here tonight with windows and door open. Saw first robin today. Doesn't feel like Sunday. Hard to know what day it is. February 21st, 1993. Such 75. 75 today. Beautiful but very windy. Bill had to fight the wheel all the way. We left at 8:30 a.m. Never did see owner of campground. Left coast to coast card in door, drove down to Johnson City, used principal highways part-time, very enjoyable. Also on I-35, which was very crowded. We're staying at a nice park outside of Johnson City, Texas. Spring seems to be showing itself. Trees blossoming and grass green. Drove 320 miles today. Watched a movie, A Family of Strangers. We are camped at Perdernates Resort. Perdernales. Lord, I don't know what this is. Perdernales Resort, next to river with same name. Okay. We slept in late and then went to Lyndon B. Johnson's National Park. Saw Boyhood House in Johnson City. Johnson Settlement, where his grandparents lived, and then LBJ Ranch. Saw school he went to at age 4. Reconstruction of house where he was born and view of Texas. White House where Lady Bird still lives. Bus took us to ranch. Very interesting. I'm gonna stop.